Have you ever scolded your Pomeranian and then noticed them acting a little salty? Maybe they avoid you, turn their back, or even refuse to respond when you call them. It almost feels like they're holding a grudge, doesn't it? In today's video, we're going to dive deep into this fascinating question. Do Pomeranians actually hold grudges? Or is there something else going on in their psychology that makes them act this way? We'll break down dog psychology, explore why Pomeranians sometimes seem upset, talk about what they're really feeling, and I'll share tips on how to rebuild trust and strengthen the bond when your fluffy friend seems distant. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll understand your Pom on a whole new level. First, let's clear something up about dogs in general. Dogs do not think the way that humans do. We humans can hold grudges, remember slights, and even plan revenge. Dogs, not so much. Dogs live in the moment far more than we do. They feel emotions strongly, things like fear, joy, anxiety, stress, and even disappointment. But they don't sit there and think, I'm mad at you for yelling at me yesterday, and I'm going to ignore you today and get back at you. Well, what they can do though is remember how you made them feel. For example, if you've raised your voice harshly, your Pom might associate you with fear for a little while. Or if they were ignored when they wanted attention, they might seem sulky or withdrawn. Pomeranians in particular are very sensitive to tone and energy. They're intelligent, alert, and extremely bonded to their people. That means they pick up on changes in your mood quickly, and their little personalities make them very expressive when something feels off. Now, let's look at the common scenarios where a Pomeranian may seem like they're holding a grudge. Scenario number 1, you scold your Pom for barking too much. Afterward, instead of wagging their tail when you approach, they walk away and ignore you. Scenario 2, you leave the house for a few hours without them. When you come back, they don't jump up excitedly right away. They act distant, as if to say, how dare you leave me? Scenario 3, you're busy, maybe on your phone or computer, and your Pom comes over looking for attention. If you brush them off, they might pout, hide under the couch, or refuse to come when called. All of these behaviors can look like grudges, but here's the truth. They're really just emotional responses in the moment. What we're seeing is stress, disappointment, or confusion, not actually plotting or resentment. Poms are drama kings and queens. Their expressive nature makes those emotions look bigger than they really are. That's part of why we love them though. They're tiny dogs with huge personalities. So, do Pomeranians hold grudges? The simple answer is no, not in the human sense. They don't stew over events for days. They don't plot revenge. What they do have is emotional memory. If something frightened them or upset them, they might temporarily associate that feeling with you or with the situation. That's why consistency, calm corrections, and positive reinforcement are so important. So here's the key takeaway. When your Pom seems distant or upset, they aren't mad at you. They're just processing their emotions. They need reassurance, not guilt from you or punishment from them. All right, let's talk about solutions. What can you do if your Pomeranian seems like they're holding a grudge? Stay calm. If you had to correct your Pom, avoid raising your voice or making it a big emotional moment. Dogs respond better to calm, steady energy. Offer reassurance. Use a gentle tone, some affection petting, and even just sitting calmly near them so they know that they are still safe and loved. Reset the mood with play. Pomeranians are playful little dogs. Toss a toy, play tag, or do a quick training game with treats. This helps them shift focus from the negative moment to a positive experience. Use positive reinforcement. If your Pom did something wrong, redirect them in the right behavior and reward them when they get it done right. That way, they don't remember the scolding, they'll remember the success. Be consistent. Mixed signals confuse Pomeranians and can make them anxious. The more predictable you are, the more secure that they will feel. Now let's go one step further. How can you prevent your Pom from ever feeling like they need to hold a grudge in the first place? Avoid harsh punishments. Instead of yelling or scaring them, redirect and reward. Stick to routines. Pomeranians feel secure when they know what to expect each day. Feeding times, walks, and play sessions can help build stability. Provide stimulation. A bored Pomeranian can become pouty or demanding. Rotate toys, try puzzle feeders, and give them challenges. Make time for bonding. Even just 5 minutes of focused attention can go a long way. They thrive when they feel connected to their person. Watch for stress signals. Things like yawning, turning away, or licking lips can mean that your Pomeranian is uncomfortable. Address the stress before it turns into sulking. So, do Pomeranians hold grudges? Not really. What they do is express their emotions, sometimes dramatically when they're stressed, confused, or disappointed. The good news is your Pom doesn't sit there plotting revenge. They simply need reassurance, consistency, and love to bounce back. Remember, Pomeranians are incredibly loyal and affectionate. If you handle them with patience and understanding, your bond will only grow stronger. I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever felt like your Pomeranian was mad at you? What did they do? Share your story in the comments below, because I bet other Pomeranian owners will totally relate. And if you found this video helpful, you may also enjoy my video on 9 mistakes sensitive Pomeranians hate. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to hug your Pom today.